SHUKC's Game of the Week pits two rivals from the KCAL. Sumner Academy and Washington have flat dominated the KCAL since 2002. No other team in the KCAL has won a league title, and that will not change this year. Washington, coming off a 40-point beatdown of the Wyandotte Bulldogs, have the league crown in their sights tonight. Diamante Sykes has committed to play basketball at the University of St. Mary's, and he will have to be huge tonight for the Sumner Academy Sabres to get this W. JT Bennett is coming off back-to-back performances of 25 and 32 points and has been the clear-cut scoring leader in the SHUKC area. A league title is on the line tonight at Sumner Academy. So let's go! All right, David Brock's here, Sumner Academy, league basketball, two rivals going back and forth. I'm David Brock, joined alongside Mr. Vernon Birmingham. How you doing, Vernon?
I'm doing well. I got a little distracted there about a young lady just walking through our shop, but we're trained professionals and we'll figure it out.
Absolutely. So we got two teams here, Washington Wildcats, blowing everybody out here recently, a 36-point win against Wyandotte earlier last week, late last week. This team is one game away from being back-to-back league champions. Talk a little bit about the Wildcats.
I mean, simply put, at the end of the day, Coach King gets his team ready to play. Coming in at the beginning of the season, some question marks, lost quite a few key characters last year. But at the end of the day, Coach King knows how to get his guys in position to win games. And playing a tough schedule early in the year, in some tournaments kind of probably helped them out a little bit. But now they're that part of the year, they're starting to gel a little bit, and that's what it takes this time of the year.
11-5 on the season now, getting ready for the 5A sub-state tournament coming up here soon. So, getting prepared against good teams like Sumner.
Yeah, and, what's key to me, we saw them play Harmon not too long ago, and the key thing about Washington right now is the fact they're starting to be more balanced. I know JT went off again, here and there, but they're starting to show more balance as a team. And when you get this part of the year, that's going to be key. You start getting individuals foul trouble, injuries, and things like that. So to be able to actually go forward and be able to have more balance is going to be key. So, and they're going to face a tough Sumner team tonight who's starting to play a little bit better themselves. Even though they had a tough loss last week, they've still been playing much better.
So you talk about JT Bennett. Had 32 points against Wyandotte, but they scored 94 points. So you can still be balanced and score 32. We'll be talking to JT on the radio show on Sunday morning, ESPN 1510. Talk a little bit about JT and his game.
Yeah, I'm going to correct you first off. JT's going to be talking to me. No, but, I'm looking forward to talking to JT. We talked about last year, we didn't even really know who he was because of the senior leaderships that Washington had. So the fact that he's been able to come out and put up big numbers like that, kind of putting himself on the map a little bit. What was very exciting to me, the game that we saw against Washington, where he struggled early on, was able to get others involved. Then when it was time for him to kind of step up a little bit, he did his thing.
So let's go over to Sumner. Big news coming out this week. Diamante Sykes committing to go play basketball at St. Mary's. Talk a little bit about that accomplishment for that young man.
And I don't know Diamante as much, but from what I hear from him, he's had a lot of growth, growth as a player over the last couple of years, and that's at the end of the day, that's what matters. Work your tail off, do what you need to do in the classroom, and somebody's going to give you opportunity. In fact, we see a couple of the coaches probably sitting up here this evening coming to watch this young man after signing. So anytime you can go to college and get it paid for, and not only that, but be able to play the sport that you love, you cannot beat that at all.
So you come in here, Sumner Academies, they're 8-8 on the season, but are in a weak sub-state because not everybody in that league is winning any games. So Sumner still has some hope, outside hope, is still making it to the state tournament.
Well, we talked about Washington playing a tough Sumner. Coach Parr mentioned this early in the year. The way he sets his schedule up at the beginning of the year is to battle test them a little bit. So even though they're 8-8, they're battle tested, and the KCAL is no slouch this year. So when it comes time to sub-state, they're going to be ready to go. And the way that they're starting to gel a little bit, they should be able to make a return trip back to the state tournament somewhere they haven't been in a couple years.
So talk a little bit about this rivalry. No team in the KCAL has won league since 2002. Except for Washington and Sumner. Talk a little bit about that dominance and what they've been able to do over this long period of time.
At the end of the day, for most part, it's consistency. We know Coach Springs was here. Coach Parr was with him for a little bit. So, same type of system and ways for a long time. Same thing at Washington. Coach King's been there for quite a while now. I don't quite know who was there before King. I can't remember. But just have somebody that's able to be in place for a while is what's key to that. We look at Wyandotte, numerous coaches over that time frame. Look at Schlegel. They've had a few themselves. We really don't know as much about Atchison, but with Harmon, a few different coaches over the years. So one thing we can say about those two programs, even though they've had little change in the coaching staff, and that's what's key when you're trying to build a program.
So if we look around the city, we had the big matchup earlier in the week. Lansing played Baser. Finally put that whole issue to bed. The KVL belongs to Lansing. Talk about Lansing, who is still undefeated in the KVL.
Yeah, I remember we had Joe in the studio a little bit, and I kind of messed and joked around with him that week that it was probably going to get their first law. So, Joe, if you're watching, Lansing, I am convinced. I've been convinced for a couple of weeks now, but what's key is continue to play with that, I ain't going to say play with a chip on their shoulder, but continue to play with that kind of attitude and motivation where they don't have any slip-ups. This is that time of the year, you can go 20-0 and lose a game in sub-state, and your season was all for nothing. So continue to have that killer drive, that killer mindset that, championship or bust. And they're going to be, they get out of sub-state, they're going to have some good teams in Highland Park, Eisenhower out of Goddard. So, but I've been, again, another thing about Lansing, we knew coming in, Joe Snyder, Air Force commit, was going to do his thing. But one thing we started to learn about Lansing over the time, it's more than him. We can talk about balance with these teams. Balance. You have Jackson, you got Bailey, you have a lot of different individuals stepping up and doing things.
So we're all set. Well, this is Vernon Birmingham and David Brox. We'll be right back for tip-off. Gorilla Exteriors is a professional services contractor. They are the only contender when it comes to roofing, siding, gutters, windows, and garage door installation or repair, whether it's from normal wear and tear or storm-related damage. Call Gorilla Exteriors today for an experienced professionals that will complete your project affordably, on time, and at the highest quality and cleanliness. Your property will look better than it did before the damage occurred. Call, text, or email Sean at 913-706-7157 or Sean@GorillaExteriors.com. You can also find them on Facebook by searching for Gorilla Exteriors Contracting, 913-706-7157.
Crossover Intelligence is a service for coaches and athletes that allows you to upload your team's game film, have it broken down, and return to you in a format that lets you search, sort, and share all that information with your team and staff. Crossover will even automatically extract stats from the footage, giving you valuable analytics for your squad. We'll basically be your video coordinator. We aren't another one of those complex editing suites that makes you do all the work yourself. We do everything for you, so you can focus on actually coaching. All of your team's players get access to the site too, so they can view their tagged videos and use them as a learning tool, or make highlight reels for friends, family, and recruiters. Crossover Intelligence will keep you from spending hours in the film room and get you back to actually coaching. Together, we can turn smarter video into more wins for your team. That's the crossover effect.
Me? I grew up on
Mark and I said that if it goes into.
All right, David Brock's back. Start of the second quarter. SHUKC Game of the Week. Brought to you by This TV and Gorilla Exteriors Contracting. Sumner Academy will turn it over on the opening pass. Layup is up and good by Smith.
Starting to look like a layup line out here at times.
Parker out top. Near turnovers, Perkins drives to the basket. Sykes, Diamante gets the offensive rebound back up, and he'll go back to the free throw line.
You know, I mean, I'm trying to figure out who's the ball handlers out there for Sumner right now, because they're not being, you know, they're not doing a great job of taking care of the basketball as well. Some lazy passes here and there, a lot of steals for Washington.
Sumner is without their starting point guard, John Marshall.
So that was a good cue there, and I guess that was a good cue for that line. And we see not having him out there is a problem.
Second free throw coming for Sykes, misses the first. He's missed 3 free throws so far. Second one goes.
7 points now for DeMonte Sykes. Of the 11. So Sumner now switch up to kind of like, call it a 1-2-2.
Skip pass to Smith.
Good pass. Good look.
Shakir Love, I apologize. Unable to finish in the lane. Pass up ahead to Sykes, who'll pull 3, way long. Carroll clears the board and kids the other way. Harrison.
He gets his own. You've been hearing me say all year, try to get the ball in the middle. We see it first possession. Washington was able to do that.
Smith will pull 3 from the corner. Good.
DeMarco Smith.
I've been wondering all week how they're scoring 94 points in regulation, and this is it right here.
5 points early in the second quarter for Smith.
Good move in the lane, tries to get it to Sykes. Will's able to clear. Sykes going to the rim, gets fouled. And one for Derek Sykes.
That's what he has to do right now. He has to get that killer mentality. I need to take the ball and do something with it. I need to find a way to get the ball in the basket for us to stay in this game, or it's going to be, as Dick Vitale say, blowout city.
Sumner's going to have to figure out how to get some stops here. It's not just scoring. Derek Sykes will go and try to finish the 3-point play. Free throws have not helped the Sabres so far. No good. And Washington obviously going to clear the glass. Not going to be a lot of looks at offensive rebounds for the Sabres tonight. Bennett for 3. Good. I talked about their outside shooting, but their knockdown so far.
Too many open looks. Get a clear shot at the basket like that.
Got a kick. Now I apologize. I don't have number 32 listed. We'll check the scorer's table on number 32. The freshman, he did some good things against Harmon. Faison in the corner for 3. No good. Jefferson back into the ball game, clears the defensive board. Marcus Don all the way to the basket, blocked by Bilberry. Don was out of bounds. That will go back to Sumner.
But, you know, even on that play right there, we still continue to see Washington being the team that's showing a little bit more hustle right now. Going out of bounds on a block, and he's able to get his own ball and almost got it back in for a layup.
Sykes now working against Harrison in the front court. Takes the screen, and not much of a screen from Bilberry.
Yeah, he's not going to win that battle.
Bennett with a steal out top. Bennett gets banged at the rim by Derek Sykes. He'll go back to the free throw line, and they can't even get the offense started at this point.
Yeah, I mean, starts up top there. Harrison, great pressure up front. And, you know, I said it, Sykes is not going to win that battle on a one-on-one. Harrison did a good job of moving his feet, being in good position, and kind of forced Sykes to a bad pass, which ends up
Harrison
being foul shots.
Starting defensive back for the Washington football team, league champions this year.
You just gonna label him a defensive back. You gonna kind of disrespect him on the offensive end, huh? You already forgot about him a few weeks ago on Twitter. Now you go, I got you, Harrison. Pretty solid quarterback. as well.
I just
one of the top
was
returning
noting
quarterbacks in our coverage area.
We were discussing his good defense, so I thought I would highlight the fact that he plays defense in football as well.
Sorry, you continue to snub him on offense. He's going to have a breakout year next year.
All right, we're going to quote Mr. Birmingham on that. As Taylor comes into the ball game, 3 on the way is blocked. You see some young players now for Sumner getting into the ball game. Faison with an offensive rebound, able to get it back on the rim and good. Jalen Taylor, 6'4" freshman. Still Andre Faison.
One hand lob over the top, might as well get it done.
We talk about the 2 sophomores with Sykes and Young, but Taylor's got some good length on him. Drops it down to Sykes on the baseline. Floater in the lane is up and good. Bilberry keeping the ball high.
And that was the key right there. You know, good job by Bilberry getting the ball and keeping it high. Was able to draw that foul. If we would have put that down on the ground, probably would have got it stripped away. Right now, Washington's going so deep. They're just continuing to apply that defensive pressure. You know, on these guards is not as, I'm not going to say comfortable, but not as accustomed to handling the ball out there on the perimeter.
That'll be the 3rd Washington player now with 2 fouls. Harts, McNeil, and now Jefferson. 3 starters with 2 fouls each.
So you rolling 10 or 11 guys at you, I think you're going to be all right. Only bad thing is you continue to put them at the line. They're a foul away from the double bonus.
Second free throw, but Sumner not doing well at the free throw line. Bennett drops it to Harrison in the lane. Layup up and good. QB1. Young working in the lane. Kicks it off his leg.
One thing Washington does that I love about Coach King, man, he finds a weakness and he'll continue to exploit it.
Zone set a bad pass
See,
across Harrison. I appreciate the effort.
QB1.
Tripped up Young. Call it incidental. Bennett up ahead. Smith blown out. Big block by Mr. Derek Sykes.
See Harrison look at Coach King, both with a little smile on their face.
Smith needs to work on that jump stop, pull-up jump shot. Bennett for 3. No good. Rebound, Diamante Sykes. The senior gets it too. Number 32 who pushes into the front court.
They're going to get him on the body. 2
free throws coming up for Sumner, and they can make up some ground here at the free throw line if they can start knocking them down. Getting some free ones as Marvin Bowens is set to check back in.
Like you said, the key right now is they're not able to stop Washington at all on the offensive end.
For the Wildcats is Marco Smith. That's his first Kings 10. At the line shooting is number 32.
I was hoping to hear number 32's name at the free throw line, but he's not in there. From the announcement up front. First free throw is good. Again, you got so much youth on this Sumner Academy squad. And Washington is taking full advantage.
One thing about 32, he's able to knock down free throws at least. So they're back in this zone. The middle's wide open.
Jalen Taylor out at the top of the zone. Try to get a pass through, will not. A turnover for Washington now as these young Sumner Academy Sabres stay with Sumner.
Tough pass there for the youngster.
Number 3, Jamarcus Vaughn.
Come out 1-4 look. Well, not even 1-4, but just good
post.
seal.
Yeah, good seal up there. Good find.
Sumner Academy starting to wake up a little bit as Bennett gets all the way to the rim and a block on Diamante Sykes. Back to the free throw line for Mr. Bennett.
That's how quick Washington was there. I'd look down and put the free throws down in the book and look up. We're back at the free throw line.
Number 32's last name is Vance. Playing well so far for Sumner Academy off the bench. Second free throw coming from Bennett is up and good.
JT Bennett, quiet 8 points.
They will call it Washington ball. Out underneath, Bennett will trigger. Washington's gone a little cold as Bennett pulls three. Long, but another offensive rebound, Marvin Bowens. Harrison in the lane, shot up on the rim, no good. Sumner unable to clear the rebound, and another possession for the Wildcats. Bowens drives baseline, kicks it back out. Bennett for three. Good.
Not going to pass up too many of those. Top of the key, open look.
Jordan Young handling out top.
So they just can't get in any offense. You know, like I said, Coach King just continue to switch it up. Have to reach in there.
Got a hold. Taylor will go to the free throw line. The freshman will go there for two.
A little bit of a bailout there because the defense collapsed quick.
Derek Sykes and Andre Faison set to check back in.
At the line shooting, number 11.
As the fouls stack up, only 6 fouls here in the first half for Sumner. Taylor, first free throw is good.
Taking it for the Wildcats, number 10, Shakira Love. And for the Sabres, number 22, Andre Faison, and 35.
Second free throw coming from Taylor. Second is good. And with these fouls, they got 2:30 here remaining in this half. Any fouls on Washington is going to result in any defensive fouls, I should say, is going to result in free throws. Don quickly to Johnson, back over to Harrison. Bowens, pull up, jump shot, no good. Another offensive rebound for Washington. Bad pass by Vance. Short on the play. Sykes will get to go back to the free throw line, getting up another cheap foul on Washington. Don will pick up another foul.
Game's easy. You're able to pick up some.
First foul on Don.
You know, pick up steals and easy buckets. You're going to get an 18-point lead.
And we've said this over and over, week by week. Look no further than the free throw line to know why Sumner's losing this basketball game right now. Sykes is able to knock down.
The only thing about this game so far is much more than that. They can't handle the ball on the offensive end, and Washington's able to turn those to easy buckets.
Second free throw, no good. 1 or 2 for Sykes.
If they make all their free throws, they're still probably double digits down.
Taylor working out top against Don. Harrison drives baseline. He's going to get an easy charge call.
And nowhere really for him to go there. Had his eyes up, he would have saw somebody cutting to the basket.
Washington sets up the pressure. Sykes inbounds against Harrison. Takes the screen from his brother all the way to the lane. Kick back out. 3 on the way from Vance is good. Lefty. Sumner needs stops. Washington now with 40 points here in the first half. Bowens for three. No good, short.
That's not a good shot, but again.
It's almost a strategy for Washington to just put it on the rim and go get it.
That contested three-point shot from that far back probably wasn't in the game plan, but again, Washington's been a little quicker right now to the basketball.
Three out top from Taylor. Good. Freshman knockdown. Harrison. Good step-through move by Love. Turnover, though, is Faison able to claim it. Travel. You got to take the ups and the downs with a freshman. They knock down some free throws.
But not only that, that's the same travel juniors and seniors will make as well, not knowing somebody's right there when you turn around.
Bowens triggers in. Good defense there by Taylor, unable to claim. Sets up numbers the other way as Love goes up and one. Bilberry over the back. This Washington Wildcat team.
One thing I love about them is they're physical. You know, they're going to bang with you down there. They're going to crash the boards. And they're going, you know, we talk about making a run when it counts, and they got what it takes because they play defense and they rebound.
Love at the free throw line looking to finish a three-point play. Scored a 45th. Pointer no good. Shot up, no good, or is good. Another offensive rebound.
Harrison put the pass right on the money.
Sykes with 9, looking to get the one shot. Faison for 3 is no good. Sykes soars in. DeMonte, but unable to claim with 1. Harrison gets it off at the buzzers. Good. Do they count it? They do. 49 points in the first half for the Washington Wildcats.
The floating three, he took off from behind the three-point line. Was able to put it down.
This is David Brox with Vernon Birmingham. We will be right back. This is David Brox here, Sumner Academy for the Washington Wildcats. These two teams have dominated this league for the past 12 years, and that will not change this year as the Washington Wildcats have gotten hot at the right time. They've only lost 1 league game at Atchison. Let's look at the starters for the Washington Wildcats. Coach Eric King, 11-5 overall. Trayvon Harge, the 6'7" junior, comes back into the starting lineup. Number 3, Jamarcus Don, the sophomore point guard. Number 5, James McNeil, 5'10" junior. Jeremy J.T. Bennett, 6'1" senior. Scoring machine and the big-time rebounder inside, William Jefferson, a 6'5" junior. Let's take a look at the Sumner Academy Sabres, 8-8, coached by Dan Parra. Senior night here at Sumner Academy, so we got Braxton Parker, 5'10" senior. Number 22, SHUKC football performer on defense, Andre Faison. Darion Bilberry, 6'4" senior. Diamante Sykes, St. Mary's University of St. Mary's commit, 6'5" senior, and Simeon Perkins, to shoot it up from outside, 6'1" senior. Got a lot of atmosphere, and we're starting real late here, so talk a little bit about maybe what these players having to do to try and get themselves warm and ready for this game.
Well, I mean, one thing you have to remember as well, that you spent a full day in school, then a little downtime, and they've probably been here, you know, I'm sure regardless of what time the game starts, they had an earlier report time, so kind of, you know, stand around, sit around and wait to get going. But you know, once the ball goes up in the air, it shouldn't have any problem as far as getting their energy level up.
We talk about rivalries in Kansas City. I know we have the old school Sligo Wyandotte, but these two teams have been real competitive and had a lot of success over a period of time. They know how to get after and get after each other. We talked to Coach King on the radio show, and he said without doubt Sumner Academy is his biggest rival.
again, kind of going back to what you mentioned in pregame at the same time, there are only 2 teams that have won league titles over the last 14, 13 years. So I think we're almost ready to go. Our officials tonight, Mike Williams is our head referee, Phil Studheit, and Dan Hull will be officiating this ball game.
Our first look this season at Trayvon Hards, number 1 for Washington. A lot of size down low.
Sumner opens up in man-to-man.
Bennett and McNeil move baseline and come through opposite side. Don drops it down low. One of the few teams in league, Sumner Academy, with enough size down low to at least match up a little bit with the Washington bigs, as Bennett will trigger it in.
Right, not only that, but you look at the 2 kind of bigger guys out there.
Bennett pulls 3. There he is already on the boards. Brought the ball down a little bit. Again, keeping the ball low. Sumner's able to strip it away, and we got number 0, Braxton Parker, coming out playing the point. Bennett rips it away, and McNeil's got an open look to the rim. Up and good. Washington is a high-scoring team, and they set this pressure up. Faison goes through the legs of Jefferson. Back up ahead, Bennett. Not going to get there. It will be Sumner Academy ball.
Yeah, trying to dribble through the pressure there, was able to get anything. Going kind of stuck on the sideline at the same time. So
you ain't scoring 94 points unless you get the game sped up, so you can see what Washington's trying to do here early in this ball game. Sykes, Diamante up, good. Quick bucket for the St. Mary commit.
Better job there beating the press by Sumner. No, they didn't stand around holding the ball.
Don over to McNeil. Big steal by Faison. Playing defensive back, able to lay it up. Blows the layup. McNeil clears the board for Washington. Up ahead to Bennett. 3-on-2 the other way. Hards. Nice, easy jump shot. Get the ball up high, big man.
Good thing he did there at the same time was kept the ball off the floor. Kept the ball high, was able to knock down the short jumper.
Perkins gets a very nice call for a block. Bilberry triggered in to Parker. He goes cross court and turns it over, but Faison saves it. McNeil, 1-on-2, gets the layup up and good.
Couple layups now for McNeil.
Sykes waiting to reset. Bilberry on a block against Hards. Big block. Sykes, pull-up jump shot, gets fouled. Can't get the bounce, but he'll go to the free throw line.
You see early on, Hards has contested everything, and you can see what year he is. He's a junior, so he's going to realize early on he can't jump up contesting everything. He's going to pick up those cheap fouls like that.
Sykes for 2. First is no good. On senior night, they will get a couple of minutes there to start out. And Derek Sykes and the young Jordan Young, 2 sophomores, future of this Sumner Academy team. Second free throw from Sykes is long, off back rim. Bennett will clear the defensive rebound. McNeil being active on this first quarter, but he still steps out of bounds.
So what I'll be that coach everybody wouldn't like, because senior night or not, I'll be like, I'm playing my normal guys. I want to try to win this, get out and get a lead.
Young working against McNeil. Break the pressure pretty easy. Sykes was, I think, looking for his brother, but Bilberry got in the way there and out of bounds to the Wildcats.
And the older Sykes kind of broke open a little bit earlier. Derek was probably a second late of trying to get that ball in there.
Almost like Sykes.
So that's going to be the second one now. Hards on the screen out top.
Hards is going to have to sit down. An illegal screen call pretty quickly.
Yeah, but that's why, again, trying to challenge those shots earlier, picking up that little cheat foul.
Sykes working the point. Bison on the wing.
See Washington switch up to a zone. Now that Sykes came in the game, sure that's an adjustment based upon.
See the confidence Coach King has in his team. They play a lot of different defenses. We saw that against Harmon a few weeks back. Got 2 shots coming up as a foul, stacking up a little bit on Washington. Now that's going to be their 4th.
Good battle down there on the boards, though, by both teams.
Sykes back to the free throw line. Missed his first 2, but gets the 3rd to go. Second on the way from the seniors. Good. Caleb Harrison checks into the game 4 hearts. He was our player of the game against Harmon as Bennett goes all the way to Jefferson looking to get nasty. McNeil coming the other way. No numbers, but he will go right into him. That's an easy call, Sykes.
And like you said, you know, that's one thing. Got to be just recognizing the situation there, but McNeil had no numbers, nowhere to go there, and kind of forced that and ended up picking up the charge call. And you at the same time hear Coach King yelling jump stop.
Talk about that all the time. It's Sykes now coming the other way. They break the pressure. Sykes pull up jump shot is good. Don. Backdoor cut, Bennett underneath, blocked by Bilberry to get a foul.
That's a good job there by Bennett, showing the ball fake. Even though that Bilberry didn't take it right away, he kind of went up into his body on the second attempt.
Bishop down here talking to Parr and coach on the side. Maybe somebody doing a little bit of talking in this rivalry game. Bennett, first free throw is good.
Yeah, I saw after Sykes hit this jumper from the left wing a little bit, he kind of said something towards the Washington bench. So I'm sure that's probably what the discussion's about. A little hyped up right now.
See Jamarcus Don, another sophomore in this area. Strong sophomore class in the KCAL and in the KVL as well. We got bright future. The Sykes. Sloppy play, but Bennett is going to claim the turnover. Cross court, McNeil for 3. High arcing shot is good.
The rainbow three-pointer. McNeil 7 of Washington's 11 here in the first quarter.
Sykes makes a move against Bennett. Diamante, short pull-up jump shot is no good. Jefferson, strong rebound.
Yeah, I love Jefferson down on the box.
Harrison in the middle, turns to McNeil. He's doing work here in the first quarter, picks up a foul on the block. Second team foul for the Sumner Academy Sabres.
Again, knowing how the rules are played, you just got to put the ball on the ground, sometimes go hard towards the rim. You want to get that body check.
Foul number 15, Jordan Young.
Number 5, Brandon Byers will check into the ball game for Darion Bilberry. Triggers into Harrison, quickly over to Bennett for 3. Short, off front rim. Don gets the offensive rebound. McNeil pull another 3. No good. Offensive glass. Washington Wildcats on the board so far here in the first quarter. Good pass over to Jefferson. Gets his own offensive rebound but cannot finish, but he'll go to the free throw line. Washington owning the glass so far.
Yeah, right now, again, you know, Jefferson, he's a jumper down there. You know, what year is Mr. Jefferson? He's only a junior, so I was about to say you might need to be looking at him into getting into that dunk contest the way I've seen him showing some rise.
First free throw is no good. Get some subs in here. DeMarco Smith. And we got Robert Johnson, who's a senior, check in. Looks like he's going to check in for Jefferson on the make. Good work down low, and Coach King just keeps going to the end of his bench and pulling these big men in here.
You know, right now,
Sykes underneath. Goes up to the rim, and a good start to the evening for Diamante Sykes. Bennett all the way to the rim, up, no good. Ball goes over. Good challenge there by Sykes. Faison gets it into Byers working against DeMarco Smith.
lazy pass there.
Sykes. Faison a pull three, blocked by McNeil. Harrison clears, coming the other way. 4 on 2. Bennett. Good pass down low underneath. Johnson able to put it down.
A good job by Johnson gathering himself, able to put it in. Good feed pass.
He had a good game against Harmon when we was there as well. Byers comes into the front court. Timeout. Coach Parr. 30-second timeout.
You know, one thing, you know, look at the lineup out there. We see Washington kind of doing work on the offensive glass, but Derek Sykes will have to get down there and rebound. You know, he's playing at the top of the key a little bit. You know, a couple of the shots I saw him out here. He's going to have to get in there and rebound. You know, even though I know he's been playing more of a guard position these times, he's still one of the bigger guys, one of the better jumpers. So he needs to get down there and get in the mix a little bit on the glass.
So Washington out 14-8. Here in the first quarter, a quick timeout needed to be taken here by Coach Parra.
You know, right now on the offensive end, they're not able to get any continuity. They're not able to get in any set, get anything going. So I'm sure that's probably why he used that timeout there, to see if they can get something going offensively. Let's see if they can get some motion, get something going.
Jordan Young set the trigger in here to Byers.
Looks like they're in this little bit of a trapping zone.
Jordan. They do call the charge on Young. And that continuity you talk about could be because of the defensive strategy from Coach King, switching it up, not giving them the same look twice.
Yeah, they're playing, you know, a little bit of zone. They're trying to trap everything on the edges, so it might be confusing Sumner a little bit. But right there, Jordan Young was able to get in the paint. Again, utilize the jump stop. Don't go too deep.
Smith working out here against Young. McNeil, good move, pull up, elbow, jump shot is good.
James McNeil.
Jordan Young drops it to Byers now.
Like right there, they should have. I mean, he had post position. They looked at to bring it back up top. You know, look for the situations that best serve your team and see if you can get something going.
Man-to-man defense from Washington. Jordan Young turns down the screen from Sykes, gets it knocked away. Up ahead, McNeil going to the basket against Byers. Up and good. McNeil crushing here in the first quarter
11
for the
points.
Wildcats.
11 points for Mr. McNeil.
Byers takes a screen from Sykes. Jordan Young working against McNeil, and he's going to get an easy, cheap foul out top. 16 foul on Washington. Second foul on McNeil.
That's just a silly foul right there on McNeil, considering how far he was from the basket and how hot he is on the offensive end. Now he has to go sit down for a while, so that's where he needs to use his head a little bit better.
It's not just that. He's hot. You got to take that scoring out of the ball game now. Marvin Bowens.
And not only that, next foul, Sumner shooting free throws for the rest of the half.
Sykes working against Jefferson. Left hand hook shot is no good. Don clears the rebound for Washington, coming the other way. Working against Sykes. Pull up, jump shot. Crawls off rim. And there is Derek Sykes on the defensive rebound.
We know Perkins likes that spot up shooting.
Sykes working against Harrison. Perkins push off a little bit, gets a jumper up on the rim, and good. Winding down here in the first quarter, Harrison against Diamante Sykes, able to finish. And that is something that they struggled against Harmon, was finishing at the rim, but doing well here so far.
Yeah, and that Harmon game, Harrison missed about 3 or 4 of them there in the first quarter alone, so to be able to get that one down.
Byers turns it over. Bowens picks it off.
They're just handling business on the defensive end. And Coach King always, he's always preaching defense.
Don all the way to the rim, up and good with 1 second. That's the end of the first quarter.
Can't ask for an easier bucket there to end the quarter.
And you talk about this high-scoring offense, 22 points here in the first quarter, 22-10. Washington over Sumner Academy here on senior night. This is David Brox. We'll be right back. Gorilla Exteriors is a professional services contractor. They are the only contender when it comes to roofing, siding, gutters, windows, and garage door installation or repair, whether it's from normal wear and tear or storm-related damage. Call Gorilla Exteriors today for an experienced professionals that will complete your project affordably, on time, and at the highest quality and cleanliness. Your property will look better than it did before the damage occurred. Call, text, or email Sean at 913-706-7157 or Sean@GorillaExteriors.com. You can also find them on Facebook by searching for Gorilla Exteriors Contracting, 913-706-7157. David Brock's back, Sumner Academy, just before the third quarter. And burning this real simple basketball. When you get to steal the ball, shoot layups, and rebound the way that Washington is, this game is easy.
Layup line, as I was trying to say, what you see out there now in warm-ups is kind of what we saw a lot of here in the first half. Steals to layups. Solid defense by Washington. A deeper Washington team that I even remember from the Harmon game. We knew they added a guy back in the lineup, but since some other guys step up and do some work, James McNeil had a strong first quarter. The second quarter, we see the usual suspect, JT Bennett, come through and score some buckets. Harrison, strong second quarter. So, kind of like we talked about earlier, DeMarcus Smith, somebody who I don't remember much from the Harmon game. He was able to chip in 5 points. So, a little bit of everything. When we look on the we look on the Sumner side, some of the young guys are stepping up a little bit. But other than that, DeMonte Sykes had a strong first quarter.
We talked about number 32, Vance Jackson. The young man's name had some good minutes there in the first half.
Calling him Action Jackson would be so cliche right now, so I won't.
He might have to earn that nickname. You don't just throw nicknames out to freshmen, Mr. Birmingham.
Why? You want to give everybody trophies, so it's not much of a difference.
Nicknames are for a slight few. As we are set.
There's a reason they call me Mr. One Take.
Sumner's got to start simple with defense, getting some stops.
I was just about to say, I wonder if Washington's going to be able to keep this pace up. 49 points here in the first half.
They scored 94 against Wyandotte. I think the answer to that is yes.
Well, it's not about can they, but will they? Is that what they want to do? Coach King talked about this being kind of like a rival game.
Sykes turns in the lane. Hook shot is no good. Up ahead, easy layup coming
layup line.
McNeil, foul. He'll go to the free throw line. Good hustle there by Faison to get back.
Yeah, good to see it contested, but opening up the second half the same way as the first half. In the first half, it was James McNeil getting a layup off of a steal to start the scoring.
First free throw was good from McNeil. I thought the one thing missing from this Washington Wildcat team is the three ball. But Bennett, McNeil's knocked down. Even Kaylin Harrison with a 3 right there at the end of the half. Faison driving. Layup pin on the backboard by Jefferson. Coming the other way, McNeil drops it over to Don. working against Faison. Backdoor cut, McNeil up. Can't finish, good challenge by Sumner. Young coming the other way. Out of bounds, ball back to the Washington Wildcats. Don working against Sykes out front. Double screen by the two big men. Bennett pull-up jump shot is good.
Coming off two screens there, somebody has to step up and contest that shot a little bit better.
Young into the front court. Bilberry. Faison turns down to three. Throws it out of bounds. Coach Parra.
That was a great pass to Coach Parra, but I'm sure he wasn't looking for it.
Byers set to check in. He'll come in for Faison. Sykes now going to check Mr. Bennett. You know how good this has to feel to come in your rival's house. Push him around like that.
You know, one of the difference.
Pull up jump shot is no good. Cards a little bit over the back there. Falls to the floor. Sykes pushes the other way. Again, just simply getting the offense started has been a challenge for Sumner.
Yeah,
as Byers.
Just ball handling right now is a struggle. And those type of passes continue to get stowed.
Young in the lane. Blocked. He'll go to the free throw line on the arm. It could be, we'll see who they call it on. I won't speculate here.
You know, and on the other end, you know, if Washington's not getting layups, at least they're running at offense and getting good looks at the ball. Like you said, that's something Washington and Sumner is having to struggle with. So missing, you know, their point guards continue to show to be a bigger deal. It's possession by possession.
We've been waiting to see the 6-7 Hards. And he will have to check out now with his third foul. Sat the rest of the first half with two. Two free throws knocked down by Young. Trap set up. There's a steal out, near steal, I guess. Ball on the ground, picked up by Diamante. Up ahead to Derek. Off glass, can't finish. Blocked by Jefferson.
Good job there by Diamante, though, on the hustle play. And after giving it up to his brother, he kept going, you know, kept following. He was able to kind of save possession there after the missed layup.
Sykes in the corner against Harrison. Steps all the way through. Nice pull-up jump shot is short, no good. Bennett clears for Washington. Reach in foul.
Coach King's telling JT nowhere to go there. Slow that up. Don't force anything. That's one thing we've seen from Washington. They have been pretty patient overall in the offensive end.
Bennett swings back out to Don. Washington very patient now, no rush. Almost content to let Sumner play that zone. Turnaround jump shot by McNeil is blocked by Bilberry. Outlet to Young. Good if they call that on the ground.
But the good thing about that is you actually see somebody going towards the basket with the ball, something they haven't been able to do much because of the pressure we've been seeing out front from Washington.
But not an offense, just dribbling straight down and going.
That's what you know, it's kind of.
Sykes again able to seal, but not able to get it away. Harrison coming the other way. Bennett. Harrison layup is no good. Jefferson going to get called over the back. Sean Rainey checks in for Sumner Academy for Derek Sykes. Byers now coming to the front court. 52 points here for Washington.
Good idea there on the drive. It's just Well, you can't pass the ball spinning in the air.
Smith and Robert Johnson will check into the ball game. Don will take a seat. McNeil triggers in to Smith, who had a good first half, 5 points. Good ball movement. Washington shot on the way is no good. Bilberry clears the defensive rebound. Byers now working out front against McNeil. Rainey. Young, pull up, jump shot. Good, nice looking shot by the sophomore.
Can we actually see them actually able to get in the offensive set, get a couple of passes under their belt, run off some screens, and you see something positive happen there.
McNeil struggling to get it going. Little miscommunication as Bilberry and Sykes going up for the rebound, and they unable to clear the defensive boards. Another possession for Washington. Bennett fadeaway is no good. Knocked out of bounds. Another possession coming here for Washington.
Clearing the defensive boards. Giving Washington three shots at a score now here.
Smith for three. Good. If you're going to add an element of a three-point shot to this Washington team, they're very powerful on offense. Good drop down. Bilberry underneath, can't finish. Will go to the free throw line. You got to finish those.
Yeah, but again, something positive happened on the offense. A little pop out by Young on the wings, able to go hard to the basket and catch Bilberry go to the basket. Like you said, not only does he have to finish that, he needs to go ahead and put that down. I saw Bilberry show some rise in pregame.
First free throw was good.
Checking in for the Wildcats is number 24, William Jefferson.
Jefferson checks into the ball game for Johnson. Sumner staring at a 21-point deficit as the second free throw is no good. Smith coming into the front court. McNeil blocked by Bilberry. Claim. Rainey lowering the shoulder. The linebacker for Sumner Academy also played a little tight end.
Call a block call there on Bennett. Didn't give him any room to turn around and get his feet down and get going.
Bennett got the worst of that one as Byers now coming to the front court.
No, that was the third on Bennett.
Byers got himself into the lane, chooses to come back out and reset. Rainey.
Again, had Bilberry on the post up down there.
Young now working against Smith. Pull up jump shot. Jordan Young off the backboard, no good. Smith able to come out of there. No numbers coming the other way. Floaters up, no good. Young coming the other way, all the way through the lane. Tipped in by Bilberry. Good hustle there by Bilberry to follow the play. Jordan Young with a little bit of a spark for Sumner getting.
Just imagine the energy they might have got going, and Bilberry's able to slam that down.
Smith.
Good patience by Washington.
Harrison open. Corner jump shot is no good. Another offensive rebound, Washington.
Bad choice there going in.
They
to
say
test it like that, though.
Offensive rebounds are effort. And Washington right now is showing a lot of Bilberry off the backboard. Little bit of a run here from Sumner Academy trying to show some life. Bennett now up top working against Young. Parr screaming. Good pass across underneath to Harrison. Kicks back out. Bennett all the way to the rim. He's going to go to the free throw line again.
Yeah, again, Washington just continues to be patient. Right now, they're in no hurry to score buckets with a lead like this, so just continue to be patient and find the best shot available, and that was Bennett going down the lane there.
We talked about it. They turned down a couple of open looks at three to go to the rim and get these free throws. Where Bennett has been knocked down so far tonight. Bilberry and Byers will go to the bench.
14 points now for Bennett.
Quiet 14 from Bennett. Second free throw is good.
Yeah, he had a nice little spurt in the second quarter where he was able to score 9 points.
Parker can't get it up ahead. Another turnover. McNeil pull-up jumper is no good. Out top, Harrison gets called for a travel. Perkins now set to trigger in for Sumner as Shakir Love will check in for Harrison. Shakir Love headed to Fort Scott Community College to play football. Perkins not looking for the ball. Luckily, didn't get a turnover, but he's going to get called for a travel.
Coach Parr is asking Young there, I mean, you're a ball handler. Why do you not want to bring that up the court? It might have a lot to do with the defense pressure that Washington continues to put on the perimeter.
Bennett drops it down to Love. Good hustle there by Rainey, but he stepped on the line. Stay with Washington. Smith will trigger in. Neal drops it down. Jefferson with a strong move, blocked by Diamante Sykes.
But again, Washington's the first one to the ball.
Smith. Ball is tipped out of bounds. Stay with Washington. You count possessions. I mean, you talk about like football, like Oregon running so many plays, but Washington just touches the ball so much.
Yeah, I mean, they're, again, seem to always be the first one to loose balls and continue to get offensive rebounds.
Smith for three. His first miss. And Rainey's going to get called underneath for a foul. That'll be the fourth foul. Not a lot of fouls here in the third quarter.
But again, another possession.
Good move. Well, not really by Jefferson, but up no good. Jordan Young now coming the other way. 35 seconds. Now, I don't know if this is a situation where Sumner can be looking for one shot. Young off backboard, no good. Unable to clear the rebound as Bennett goes all the way to the rim. You can see how points stack up for him. He's willing to just put his head down and go to the basket.
I'm going to call JT Bennett with the offensive call there, which is going to be his fourth. Referee saying,
charge.
Yeah, the referee saying he doesn't have to be set. He just needs to be in good position.
Well, you can sit and put your head down the whole night and pick up fouls. I didn't think it was a charge, but nonetheless, it will be the fourth on Bennett, who will have to sit down. And another foul out top now. That'll be the seventh foul. Now get some free throws here at the end of the third quarter. I mean, you would have thought coming in the third quarter that Coach Parr would just be trying to get it down to 10 by the end of the third, but they miss a front end here, basically a turnover. McNeil coming in with 12. Don out front now. Will run it down for one. It will be McNeil working against Parker. Spin, jump, good pass underneath to Love, blocked by Sykes at the end of the third quarter.
Sykes continue to do work down there near the basket. A few blocks, a couple here in this quarter.
So this is David Brock's We'll be right back. David Brock's back, Sumner Academy. Let's run through our sponsors. Gorilla Exteriors Contracting, our title sponsor for the broadcast. We really do appreciate them. Crossover, get your game brain on. LGF Electronics, Harper's Helpers. Their mission is to improve the emotional, physical, and spiritual wellness of our clients by providing unsurpassed care. And the 2014 All-Star Game, April 18th, KCK Community College. We'll see a few seniors from both of these teams. Diamante Sykes. Definitely JT Bennett is an all-star caliber player here in the KCAL. Referees here talking out front. A little bit of confusion of who was in the game and who checked in. They're saying 22. DeMarco Smith will come back into the game. Bennett had picked up his fourth foul on a charge and it brought him out of the game. Like you said, but Sumner just couldn't score any points there. Washington only scored 8 points there in the third quarter. Problem for Sumner is they were not able to make up much ground. Still down 19 here, Washington ball. Looking to set up, they go cross court to Hards, bad pass. Vance Jackson turns it over back to Don. Up ahead, McNeil. Sykes with a big block. Well, it looks like they're going to count it. Sykes looking like he might want to be the cleaner underneath.
Sykes might want to get in that dunk contest, showing some rise.
Dunk contest got players like well, they counted the bucket there. We'll go back the other way. Vance Jackson, pass up ahead to Faison. Ball is tipped, and it will be Washington ball. It will be Sumner Academy ball. Have to be something special here. They need to start firing some threes. Derek Sykes showed him the ball, and he took it.
Name of the game.
McNeil a little bit out of control, able to dribble through and back out. They'll reset. Harrison now. Don will pull three. Short.
Shot they didn't need. A foul they didn't need.
That will send Faison to the free throw line for a 1-and-1.
That's what Coach King's telling them.
And if they are going to work a miracle, they are going to need every free throw from here on out to go down, as JT Bennett's going to check back into the ball game with 4 fouls. Faison, first free throw on the way is short, no good. Another front end miss twice now, but it will stay with Sumner.
Checking in for the Wildcats is number 21, Jeremy Bennett.
No, this is not, if you're Coach Parr, this is not the way you wanted talked about in pregame. They've been playing well. Come out and kind of lay an egg tonight.
Got a foul underneath. Fourth foul on Jefferson. Sykes again missing a free throw. Diamante can't finish underneath. Rainey with another opportunity.
So seeing Sumner now on the, it's been Washington cleaning up the board. See Sumner with a spurt there.
Timeout being called here by Coach King. We'll take it with him. This is David Brock's SHUKC Game of the Week. We'll be right back.
Crossover Intelligence is a service for coaches and athletes that allows you to upload your team's game film, have it broken down, and return to you in a format that lets you search, sort, and share all that information with your team and staff. Crossover will even automatically extract stats from the footage, giving you valuable analytics for your squad. We'll basically be your video coordinator. We aren't another one of those complex editing suites that makes you do all the work yourself. We do everything for you, so you can focus on actually coaching. All of your team's players get access to the site too, so they can view their tagged videos and use them as a learning tool, or make highlight reels for friends, family, and recruiters. Crossover Intelligence will keep you from spending hours in the film room and get you back to actually coaching. Together, we can turn smarter video into more wins for your team. That's the crossover effect.
David Brock's back. Sumner Academy, Sean Rainey will be at the free throw line for 2 shots. Decent crowd here at Sumner Academy.
Another missed free throw. Let's see if we can get these free throw stats after the game. I'm almost certain Sumner's missed at least 15. If not close.
Second on the way as well, short. Didn't step into that one at all. But once again, 2 times in a row now, Washington boots the ball out of bounds. I will have to check standings, but this is pretty much going to put a lot on at least a share of the title for Washington.
I mean, the way they've been playing lately, there's nobody touching them rest of the way out.
Jackson out top now working against Don. Gives it to Sykes. Good drop down to Sykes in the lane. Up and good.
Only 6 points now for Sykes.
Sykes on with a steal coming the other way. Layup up and good. Sumner now got it down to 17. Harrison. It's going to be a block on Sykes. Rough call on Sykes. I thought he might have been there, but only the 16th foul.
Yeah, I think he's just missed getting there.
4th foul on Diamante. As Bilberry will come back to the scorer's table to check back in.
Somebody go pick up a block foul. You might as well go ahead and try to swat that.
Caleb Harrison at the free throw line. First on the way is good. And that's the difference with the Washington team. You don't get 60 points. Where they have making layups, they're making all of the easy ones and at the free throw line as well.
Washington's only scored 11 points in the second half, but they haven't had to do much considering the lead they had and little that Sumner's been able to do.
Need to get the ball into the front court now as Sykes dribbles across, gets it before the 10 count, drops it to Bilberry, up and good. Yes, we saw a huge comeback a few years ago, Sumner Academy against the Basel Linwood Bobcats. Do they have another one in them? McNeil up ahead, Bennett now, all the way to the rim, up and good. Sykes, well pull 3, good. Setting up the pressure now. Coming the other way is Bennett, all the way to the rim, up. Call an offensive foul. Bilberry looked like he was bailing out. That'll be the 5th on Bennett.
Yeah,
Marvin Bowens will check in for Bennett.
Jump stop. Especially knowing where you are in the foul situation. But knowing that you're sitting on 4. don't even want to risk that with 5:53 to go in the game.
Quietly, Sumner's made a run up ahead to Rainey. Tight end cannot pull in the pass. Young will check in for Faison. They set up the pressure. Bowens a trigger. You lose your primary scorer now for Washington, but they've been fairly balanced.
Yeah, McNeil's had a strong game, 15 points for him. Harrison's in double digits.
Bowens holds the ball and gets trapped. Up ahead, Harrison with numbers coming the other way. Johnson up and good.
Good pass there by Harrison, getting the ball in front of him a little bit, leading them towards the basket.
Young all the way to the basket, can't finish, but Bilberry, offensive rebound, can't get it up. Rainey able to finish. 3 possessions there for Sumner as they're looking to try and get this game sped up. Don coming the other way. What I'm surprised about is Washington is not pulling these balls out.
Yeah, no reason to go to the basket there. That's why Coach King is going crazy right now. Unless you got an easy, point-blank, non-contested layup, no reason to be going in there.
Even then, we were at the KCK game with a shot clock, and the young man went to the basket like that. It's not necessary. Even an open shot, you don't need anything now. Clock is your friend. Bilberry now with a chance at the free throw line. 2 shots coming. First is no good off front rim. Missing free throws is contagious for the Sumner Academy Sabres. Faison will come back into the game for Rainey. Bowens a check out. Reset with Don, McNeil, Harrison. Johnson and Jefferson with his 4 fouls are back in the game. McNeil. Trap outside. They set that trap out and then fall back into the man-to-man after that first trap.
You see Washington just dribble in, pull out.
That's exactly what they should have did a possession ago, but in the lane, short again. Jordan Young now coming into the front court. Loses it. Ball goes into the crowd. Turnover.
There on the second row.
Timeout, Washington. We shall take it with them. This is David Brox. We will be right back.
Yeah, Sumner's really.
David Brox back. Sumner Academy SHUKC's game of the week. Join us tomorrow morning. SHUKC Sports Pass. We will welcome in from the Wash House, Mr. J.T. Bennett, and we'll talk to the Tonganoxie boys head coach, Sean Phillips. Get to talk about my guy Sunday morning. Check that.
Starting to get some scores coming in. Well, most games have been over for a while. Lansing moves on to 18-0. 20-point victory over Mill Valley.
Piper with a 31-point molly-whopping of the Bonner Springs Braves.
Wyandotte beats Schlegel.
Don set to trigger it in for the Wildcats. Into the corner, there's a trap set up, easily pushed out. Harrison in the lane. Bilberry, it may be. That's his 3rd foul. So Harrison will go to the free throw line for 2.
Even then, that wasn't an easy shot. I mean, it was contested.
Free throws up and good. Again, they've quieted down considerably from the scoring pace they had in the first half. 49 at the half. Second free throw from Harrison is good. Right back out to 18. Sumner made a little bit of a run. Young in the lane, all the way to the basket. Can't finish, but he'll go to the free throw line for 2. Jordan Young on the evening. 4 points. First free throw is good. It's hard to check in with his 4 fouls for Robert Johnson.
So next week, entering the final season of regular season play. I said, you know, you're Coach King, other than a little bit of a letdown here in the second half, but you have to be happy with your team finishing up the season.
Second free throw is no good. Harrison clears the rebound. Don comes over to McNeil. Harrison loses it.
Again, why is he looking to go towards the basket? That's what Coach King's asking him.
Faison pull-up jump shot is no good. Bilberry, good hustle underneath and stay with White.
Love those last couple possessions there by Harrison might be what is having him coming towards the sideline right now.
Vance Jackson set to trigger. Bilberry at the elbow. Sykes, 3 on the way. Long rebound, Jordan Jackson. Apologize, Jordan Young. Faison working the baseline. Sykes missed that first 3, but turned it down after that. Both refs have a call. Looks like they going to call a foul on Don, which will send Sumner back to the free throw line.
We'll call him kind of jumping in on top for a
Diamante Sykes for Sumner is set to check back in. Long.
So they have to be up to at least 20 missed free throws now.
Rebuilding year for Sumner Academy with all the youth that they have playing. Minus their point guard, Johnson Marshall. Vance Jackson has done an admirable job.
We didn't see much of Taylor in the second half.
Shakir Love all the way to the basket, up and good. Sykes blocked by Shakir Love. Up ahead, McNeil with an open layup, able to finish. Going back and forth now. Sykes, left hand is good. The difference between the girls and the boys game is this game is winding down. These guys are making buckets and the clock keeps going. Jordan Young gets the steal, comes into the front court, block. Faison, pull-up jump shot is no good. Young gets the offensive rebound. Sykes will go back to the free throw line where he has struggled.
The good thing about that is he's not alone on the struggle from the free throw line for the white and blue.
The struggle is real. Sykes knocks down a free throw. It's Perkins. And Parker check in for Jordan Young and Derek Sykes. Braxton Parker, senior guard. Second free throw is no good.
Coach Pars will let a couple of those seniors play this game out.
Don coming in, drops it to Hart. Hart. Good ball movement back here by Washington, not looking for a shot. Able to knock down a short jump shot is hard. A hole coming. Completely unnecessary foul there by Damon Jackson.
Under 2, up 19. Why are you even down there to be in a position to hold?
Another sophomore. Jackson's had a decent game, knocked down a couple of threes. Vance Jackson's been solid, knocking his free throws down. 3 for 3.
So I'm wondering with, I kind of mentioned, didn't see much of Taylor here in the second half. I wonder if his quarters were up. Being a young guy, he probably played some quarters in the JV game earlier. So he probably didn't have any left. You have to think, being that young, he probably played 4 quarters.
Vance Jackson to check out. Good ball game from the freshman. Dawn out now as Washington tries to run the little clock. Screen out top. Need to get a little 9 game going. A little bit of weave action with Bowens. Bowens knocked down a big layup. Faison all the way to the basket, up and good with a left-hand layup. We play out the last minute 15 here in the fourth quarter. Bowens weaves into the lane. Love able to finish.
That's some folks saying, I'm getting mine.
I was just about to say, how do you guard against trying to get your name in the book? Faison for 3 is off long. Sykes with another offensive rebound. Able to put it back up and good. Washington Wildcats will move to 12-5 on the season. Just 1 loss in the KCAL to Atchison. A loss that they were able to avenge at home. And Coach King just year after year able to put a competitive team on the floor. Coach King will call a timeout. Didn't like what he was seeing with 15 seconds left. We will stay here. You'll think he was trying to get some playing time for some of his players, but if he goes so deep, all of them already played.
I don't know if he thought maybe this guy was close to a 5-second call, so he wanted to save a turnover or what. You also look out there, you got quite a few young guys out there. Got my man getting some money on the way out the door. Mom slid him some. Mr. McNeil getting some loot. What are you going to do with the loot sitting on the bench? Okay, what, are you trying to go get some more? So he can just go chill out and talk to mom in the middle of the game, huh? Chuck Minor will lose his mind.
Smith set the trigger in.
He's like, can I get another 5? I had a big game. I might have a day tonight.
We dribble down the last few seconds. The Washington Wildcats, the Wash House, represent now with a league title in football. And possibly, again, we will have to check the standings to see if they're in our leading scorer for the game. McNeil might be up there. Bennett with 17. Mr. McNeil also with 17. We'll see if we can get Coach King. This is David Brox. We'll be right back. Gorilla Exteriors is a professional services contractor. They are the only contender when it comes to roofing, siding, gutters, windows, and garage door installation or repair, whether it was from normal wear and tear or storm-related damage. Call Gorilla Exteriors today for an experienced professionals that will complete your project affordably, on time, and at the highest quality and cleanliness. Your property will look better than it did before the damage occurred. Call, text, or email Sean at 913-706-7157 or Sean@GorillaExteriors.com. You can also find them on Facebook by searching for Gorilla Exteriors Contracting, 913-706-7157. All right, David Brox here. Coach King. Coach, you guys are just killing it right now. A lot of scoring. Talk a little bit about the team and the strategy you guys got going on, scoring all these points.
Hey, it's not really a whole lot of strategy to it. We're just sharing the ball. And I told the fellas, share the wealth. You go inside, you go outside, attack. When we get layups, we got breaks, take advantage of it. So we're just trying to get everybody the ball, get the ball to our best kids, and let them make something happen within the offense.
And that's something I mentioned during pregame, in fact, with the fact that even the Harmon game and the scores we've seen you guys have lately, seeing a lot more balance.
Right.
Talk about that a little bit and how crucial that is heading into the final weeks of the season.
Because, see, the only thing about it, you got to have balance, because if you don't, they're going to key on one spot. Or they're going to key on the outside. So if they're going to key on the outside, we got to be able to go inside. If they key on the inside, we got to be able to go outside. So it's very important that you go inside, outside, both. Okay, so that's pretty much what we've been really practicing. Give everybody a chance, and then just share the wealth.
We were talking at the Harmon game as well about being able to finish at the basket. Your bigs were real big for you on the offensive glass and being able to put in the layups.
Right, we've been really working on that, though. Because since that game, we do a drill where they got to make 130 layups in like 2 minutes. See what I mean? We got to be able to finish. I can't be getting bunnies and missing them. Bottom line, if we're going to go far in the tournament and win state like we want to, we got to make layups. So we're really concentrating on that.
One thing I've been impressed with, Coach, is the toughness on the defensive end as well as on the rebound, on the boards. Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, we could have a little better today on the boards, but I appreciate it. But we've been doing, like I said, a lot of rebounding drills. And like I said, if we're going to go in a 5A tournament and go far, you've got to play tough, because we're going to run in like Highland Park. You got Lansing, Mill Valley, teams like that, teams in Wichita, that if you're going to bang with them, you have problems. So we do a lot of little toughness drills and things in practice, trying to get them up in their head. Just get a little tougher.
Talk about the depth on this team. You had a lot of foul trouble in the first half, 3 starters with 2 fouls each, but you're able to just keep bringing big men in off the bench. What are you feeding them out there at Washington, Coach?
No, I've been blessed. God is good. I've had a lot of good kids come to our program that want to play, and I've had some bigs that want to come in and help. That's pretty much it. Guys just want to play right now.
So, you still have a week left in the regular season, but have you started looking towards the sub-state yet?
Not really, because, see, we still have, we've got Pembroke Hill, Tuesday. Then we still have Sumner again and Harmon. So I haven't really had a chance to look at that. We're just taking it game by game, do what we need to do to take care of our business, and we'll be successful. So bring home another league title.
So you got to share that right now, probably wrapped up. We got to probably go do the math, but just 2 games. You guys just have 1 loss in Sumner. You just gave them their 3rd or 4th. Talk a little bit about the dominance of you and Sumner since 2002. Nobody else has been able to win.
Yeah, they're tough. We've been lucky to try to catch up to them. Sumner was dominating this thing year in and year out. So we're just happy to have some kids that can finally play that we can kind of compete with these guys a little bit. So it's been back and forth, though. We've been league champs 3 of the last 4 years now, though. So we got a kind of little handle on it. But basically, Sumner's Sumner. You can't take away from Sumner. There's so much tradition here at this school, and they have a good staff, great administration, great kids here. So basically, we're just trying to keep up with Sumner, to be honest.
So, with these Friday night games, what's on the post-game meal for Coach King?
I don't know if I can eat them. I'm so wound up. I don't know. Whatever my wife cooks at home,
okay.
We'll roll with.
I thought you were going to say go chicken go.
Yeah, that's where David's taking us.
That sounds good.
Ain't no way we're going to make it to City Fish. I do want to ask you one last question about the depth in this league and what you guys seeing even out at Atchison, the team stepping up. All these sophomores, and you got a couple on your team too.
Right.
Talk about the future of this league
it's
and what we're
very
going to get.
bright, very bright. A lot of these kids are young and growing up. They're getting better every year. They're going to have good summer teams. So our league is back to where it was. Remember back in 2011 when we were in the state championship game, Sumner was in the state championship game. The next year, Harmon made it to the state championship game. So our league is strong. You know, we just got to get everybody on the same page where every team is just keep getting better and better. So we'll beat up each other on league, but then when we come to state and sub-states, we're ready to go. So our league is very tough. I tell you what, Sumner's going to be tough here in a minute, too. I have a pretty good freshman class, but Sumner's going to be tough here in a minute.
All right, Coach, they're trying to turn the lights off on us here. We appreciate you. Congratulations on the win and on another league title.
Thank you. I sure appreciate it, young men. And great job once again. You always do a wonderful job, and we appreciate it.
I mean, I do a better job than him, but so go ahead and say that on air if you want.
Thank you. These
No.
guys are wonderful, for real. I appreciate you, young men.
Hey, no problem. This is David Brox with the SHUKC Game of the Week. We'll see you next week.